Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the sickest motorcycle build on YouTube to date. I will shout out to all the builders that have come before me and have done all these cool projects and carbon Panigales and $70,000 S1000 RRs, but this has never been done in the world, and this is going to be the greatest build you'll ever see on YouTube.
Yeah.
All right, so for you guys that don't know, this is my 2010 Ducati 848 race bike. I'll put a picture right here that you can see what it looked like before we started this build. It was a ripper, it was a great bike, but we teamed up with a lot of badass companies in order to bring you this build. This right here is the company Flexiglass, their one-off bodywork for a Desmosedici D16 RR that fits right up to your 848, your 1098, and your 1198 Ducati. So as you can see, the fitment is perfect. Don't mind the gaps and stuff. This is literally just mocked up, and this is the introduction to what we're doing for you guys for the build. We have a lot of sick stuff coming, everything from a big brake kit to this is gonna get a custom livery and basically be just the sickest race D16 Desmosedici you've ever seen, but also just be a one-of-a-kind build. And not to mention, we are going to do such a big unveil at this thing at Ducati Sanford, which is the largest and the #1 Ducati dealership in the Southeast. I'm super stoked for that we're teaming up with Dave and those guys at Ducati Sanford to really bring this unveil to you. So now let me show you what we got. So the bodywork, basically, if you don't know anything, an 848, 1098, 1198 has these dual cans that come out the back. I'll put a picture right here. So what we're doing on this build is on the Desmosedici, they have an $11,000 Termi exhaust that has one muffler system that comes out from the front two banks, because the Desmo is a V4, this is a V-twin or an L-twin for you Ducati enthusiasts. So we're gonna have one bank going to the side, just like you see on the Desmosedici RR, and then we're gonna have this undertail exhaust. Now I can't show you really underneath the dress because I have been prototyping and doing some one-off stuff behind the scenes, but I promise you, we are building a replicated $11,000 exhaust and a replicated $90,000 motorcycle. So what's awesome is I've already prototyped this carbon fiber undertail. Don't worry about, like I said, all the bumps and the gaps and things like that. This is just mocked up and getting it to basically where we need. We have 1 month to get this build complete, and we are excited. So what I want to do is I want to take a brief second while you guys take in effect how sick this bodywork and how sick this bike build is going to be. But just to name a few, we've got Dave with Ducati Sanford. We've got Jeff with Inline 4 Designs. We've got Flexiglass on board that helped us with the bodywork. We've got companies like Mullins Auto Parts that are helping us with the 330mm M4 big brake Brembo upgrade kit. Companies like Ducabike that have been with us from the beginning of this build, everything from the billet masters, the billet clutch slave cylinders, things like that. Team Race Composites, as you know, mine and Herb's company, we're also supporting this build that we're building. Just so many companies, you know, Moto-D, Plus Racing Gear, Forma Boots USA, just so many companies. I'm sorry if I don't mention them throughout this build. Everybody will get a plug and a shout out that has their hand in this build. There's so many things working behind the scenes that really made it possible to put this bike together for you guys, and I can't wait for you guys to join me for the ride. So I know that this is just a short video, but I wanted to introduce you to the Desmo Auto, which is going to be our 8-valve 848 motor and a full Ducati Desmosedici dress in the bodywork, and this thing is just going to be amazing. So if you definitely want to see more of this build, you definitely want to subscribe, hit the bell notification, because we're putting out these videos once a week. Like I said, we have 1 month to build this bike, and this thing is going to be legit sick. I promise you that. So please stay tuned for the rest of the build. Like this video if you're as excited as we are over here building it for you, and we'll see you on the next one.